Hello everyone. You are gonna hear pigs in this video because I am in their space today. We are in the office and they do not like it. I've never filmed in here with them, so they are definitely not happy, especially not with this light in here. They're probably like, Mom, what are you doing? But they're gonna be getting a little bit of a sneak peek of this office because I've not shown it to you. But here we are. I wanted to film in here. So today we are going to be talking about my plan for how I plan to go full-time as a photographer, as a freelance photographer, but also as a content creator. So stay tuned. We're going to hop into my breakdown and we'll chat about it. I've created an entire Notion template on how I plan on doing this. So hello, here is my template for my Notion and how I'm planning on doing all this. Let's get comfy. So first of all, this is all by the end of 2024. I know this is gonna seem crazy, it's gonna seem wild, it's gonna be like, how do you plan on doing this? I don't know, but I kind of have a breakdown. So by the end of 2024, I want to be making $300 a month through YouTube, which would be through ads, affiliates, and memberships. I have a very strategic plan on how I'm upping all of this. We'll just say I'm not making anywhere near $300 a month right now on YouTube between like all the platforms, but that's the goal for the end of the year, is somehow through this platform to add a $300 onto my plate, which I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Okay, so the next thing I wanna add onto my list is mentorships. I'd like to take on 1 to 2 a month, and this would be $150 a session. So I'm ranging this from $150 to $300 a month. The reason that I am adding mentorships on here is because I have had photographers reach out to me, and I am gonna probably launch this by the end of the year. I don't wanna take on a lot. I would like to just take on, you know, 1 to 2 a month, but I feel like 1 to 2 is possible, but not like right now. And I specifically want to mentor other photographers that are like new photographers and they literally need to get started. Like, I don't want to try to like mentor people who know way more than me, but like people who don't know anything and they're just getting started. On average, I would like to sell $200 a month worth of product sales. The product sales are specifically from my clients that I have. Now I don't know if I'm gonna manage this one or not. I am selling products every year, but I don't know if I'm gonna sell enough to kind of have product sales average out to that every month, but that's the goal by the end of the year. So that would contribute, I mean, a very small amount, but any amount of print sales honestly helps a lot. I think this month alone I've sold, I want to say probably $300 worth of print sales, but I've not accounted for like how much I've taken out to like buy the product yet. So I'm probably gonna clear about 200. You know, it's kind of like, it varies on how much you're actually making, but I would like to average about 200. I would like to start pushing my product sales a little bit more, but I mean there's only so much you can like talk to people about it. It's kind of like sessions. You can only do so much of your part, and it kind of comes part of the other person's responsibility to like, you know, do the thing that you're trying to get them to do. Okay, so photography services, I would like to make $3,500 to $4,000 a month, which I know sounds absolutely wild. My lowest package is $250, so I think that 16 sessions in busy season is 100% doable, and that's what would get me at $4,000, I believe. But I don't know. We'll see how that's gonna go. That is just kind of like the base of what I've put on here. That's what I need to be making in order to go full-time. And then the last thing on here is just like very small, and that's art sales. Like, I would like to start actually selling my art. So I want to sell like my photos and things outside of wallpaper packs that go on Patreon. I do have a secret project in the works, which you kind of have a hint of already, that it is going to involve art and my art. But yeah, I would like to make $50 a month through that. And I mean, I think it's possible to do. I think that's like a very generous number. I plan on launching a print shop this year. I plan on doing a couple other things that are art related this year. So yeah, I think that it's possible. I just think that like I have to be very strategic about it and really be realistic, because I can't just be out here doing, you know, whatever and expecting it to work. So we'll see. It's not my main priority right now, which is also why it has the lowest dollar amount attached to it. Honestly, my highest priorities are my photography services and then my YouTube stuff. So that is like my highest priority. So as you can see, I do have steps, like action steps for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And we are gonna start out with Q1. So first of all, I want to post one video a week on average for YouTube. So that would be one video every single week, like on average for the first quarter. So I know I missed an upload somewhere one day, and then like I uploaded later in the week and uploaded twice the next week. That counts as I've uploaded like on average once a week. I would like to have 2 ad posts on Patreon a week on average, and I want to redo my tiers. Now I've already kind of messed this one up, but that's okay, because redoing my tiers is the more important thing to me right now than getting extra content on there. So I'm gonna look at prioritizing redoing my Patreon tiers and getting more content up on Patreon every week. But that is one of the things that I would like to do, like a very prominent action step, in order to, you know, get myself kind of up there with my memberships. The next thing I want to do, this one is a little bit more on the photography side, and I would like to work on my client's experience. I talked to a photographer recently, and their client experience was immaculate. Like, it is literally the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I want to implement something similar. It's for pricing guides. Whenever someone inquires about wanting pricing, I want to set it up so like it automatically replies to them and sends them my pricing and lets them kind of make a decision, and then I can send them like an official invoice, get them on the books, you know, that kind of thing. I just feel like it looks really professional, and I really want to do that. I just think it looks really nice. Okay, this other action step is consistent marketing, and I have on here daily TikToks and Reels, and then static post 4 times a week. And I just don't feel like that's realistic to think daily, but consistent marketing is definitely something I want to do. So, I mean, it definitely needs to be multiple times a week I'm posting for both of those things. And I am going to strive for daily, but I can't guarantee daily at this point. I'm going to have to just kind of be a little more patient with myself, but we have to get consistent with marketing, because that is going to be one thing that helps push me out to new people. I also want to make progress in my secret project, which is going to be launching in the second quarter. So I want to make some pretty good progress on this. And as we are literally leaving Q1 here soon, I've not made enough progress on this. So I need to work on that. That is something that I'm hoping will kind of help with my art sales and kind of getting another income stream for me. Action steps number 2 for quarter 2, I would like to get back to an average views of 200 to 300 views on my YouTube videos within 2 weeks, which, if you didn't know, I was getting that very, very easily on my YouTube channel before I switched my niches and basically said to be gone with the niche and just kind of start uploading whatever I wanted. And I've lost a lot of viewers because of that, but it's fine. Like, I mean, I'm doing what I have to do for me. So like, ultimately it's something I had to do, and I had to pivot now, and that's okay, and I'm not mad about it. But I would like to see myself get back up to 200 to 300 views within 2 weeks. Right now I'm sitting at about 100 for every, like, after 2 weeks, which I'm not happy about. I'm not happy with that at all, but I'm also not mad about it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not happy with where that is. I want to do better. I want to know what I'm doing wrong so I can do better, but at the same time, it's part of the process. I'm trusting the process. It is what it is. Okay, so in Q2, I'm hoping that I've already redone my tiers and that I will start doing 2 posts a week on Patreon every single week. I want to get a lot of content up for Patreon. I want to get my Patreon to a point where if you sign up for my Patreon and you pay for literally any tier, any membership, you're gonna have tons of content, even if I need to take a break and I don't post for a couple weeks. So that's the goal for my Patreon, and where I wanna get it is I want it to be like so packed full of things and so full of things that I've already created that, you know, you're not gonna miss anything if I have to step away for a week. Kind of like that, because when I do get into busy season, I am gonna have to step away, which I know that people who support me are gonna understand that. So we just gotta, you know, I just gotta keep posting more content on there. In Q2, I'm also hoping to start incorporating more educational content onto my TikTok for my business, specifically for my photography side. And this is kind of where I'm gonna start trying to get that like mentorship kind of thing going. But yeah, I want to start putting more educational content specifically on my TikTok. I feel like that's where it belongs. I really don't want to put that on my Facebook. I really don't want to put that on my Instagram. I just don't feel like that's the place for me to put that. I'm not really concerned with converting people like that, but TikTok has really good reach, and I feel like that's a good spot for me to just kind of put it on there and, you know, just see what it does and see how it goes. I mean, I'm not saying that I'll absolutely do this, but I do have like a lot of things that I plan on doing to like kind of increase my monthly income, which mentorships, and I want to do a couple digital products where, you know, I just kind of educate other photographers. So I would like to go ahead and implement that now. That way it's already started and like I have like plenty of time to kind of get it going. I also want to get more aggressive with social media marketing in Q2, which I think that it's possible. I think that's something I can definitely do in Q2, but I don't know how much more aggressive I can get outside of what I'm already planning on doing in Q1, unless I'm meaning strategically like posting every single day and like adding paid ads. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I do know that my main priority is social media marketing, and I feel like I could definitely get a little more aggressive with my TikTok and like really strategizing that. So I will probably prioritize that a little bit more in Q2, so we'll see what ends up happening there. I think that's probably where I will focus a lot of my energy is TikTok, because as someone who wants to be a wedding photographer, I feel like I find a lot of people on TikTok. I've had like 2 or 3 inquiries alone just from TikTok for weddings. So I feel like it's definitely helping. It is definitely where I want to be putting my time. So I just need to kind of like keep going with it. Q2, I hope to launch my secret project. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because it is a secret project for a reason, but it is a secret project that I'm hoping will launch and I'm hoping will do well. I am very excited for it, and it's something that I am very proud of. This project's just gonna mean a lot to me, so I'm hoping it does well. I mean, I'm not putting any like guarantees on it, but like I'm really hoping, like fingers crossed, this project does really well, because I'm really hoping for it right now, and I'm kind of very nervous. Okay, the last action step for Q2 is I want to maintain my personal budget, which I know probably is like, how is that a like goal to go full time? But like, honestly, I would love to just kind of maintain a good budget and like actually stick to it, develop it, make sure it's like absolutely foolproof, because I feel like that's going to be so key in me actually becoming self-employed and staying self-employed. In this, I also have saved money every single month to an emergency fund. I've already started this emergency fund, and this is specifically going to be about the amount of money I would need to survive for 2 months, and that's like with no extras. So that's like no nails, no extensions, no hair, like no fun stuff. This is like what I would need to survive, like pay my bills, keep my electricity on, keep my car with gas and things like that. That's kind of what that is. So I've already started working on it, and I've put a good amount into it, but like not enough. So I need to completely get that saved up, and like my goal is by the end of Q4 is I will have that maxed out. I would like to have it maxed out before then, but we will see what happens. And that's all I have on here for my checklist. I don't have anything on here for Q3, and the only thing I have for Q4 is to max out my emergency fund. I know that that is like kind of not really a plan, but a plan, and I feel like I can't plan any further ahead than the next 2 quarters. I feel like, I mean, truly, the next 2 quarters and the quarter I'm in and the next quarter are kind of experimental, because I need to figure out what's working and then kind of double down on that. And I can't guarantee when I'm gonna actually be able to go full time. I mean, a lot of these things kind of rely on getting those goals for Q1 and Q2 done before I can really move forward into the other quarters. Like, I can't say make $300 on YouTube in a month if I'm still only getting 100 views in Q2, you know? Like, I can't really predict that kind of thing, but I do have a lot of like goals and action steps for things I'm planning on doing to try to, you know, kind of speed up that process. I'm using my time wisely, and I'm trying to prioritize, you know, different aspects of my business in different seasons. So, I mean, right now I'm in a very slow season. I've talked about it a little bit, but like the winter months are the slowest months for photographers. It's just, no one has money and it's cold outside and no one wants to go take pictures. I mean, I have a studio, I've been using my studio, but like, I feel like there's still kind of not as much going on as it would be during the spring and the summer and things like that. So because it's slow season, I am prioritizing other things. I'm getting my YouTube content together, I'm getting all my other things going, and I'm trying to build up my other income streams and trying to get ahead so that I don't have my other things that I love to do and like other income streams kind of fall by the wayside while I am in the midst of being busy. So I'm kind of using the slow season to my advantage, even though it is stressing me out 110%. I hate the slow season, but it is what it is. It's just part of it. And as someone who's a creative, there are ebbs and flows, so you kind of have to get used to that. But that's my plan. That's what I'm planning on doing. If anyone at my corporate job sees this, no you didn't. Anyway, that's all. I hope you all enjoyed this plan. If this gives you an idea of how you can start earning an income as a freelancer yourself, or how you can plan to go full-time. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, because it will do that really cool thing where it like lights up. Hopefully, if it doesn't, tell me in the comments that I'm wrong. And if you're still here, leave some kind of comment in the description, because, or not the description, the comments, because it helps. And I love talking, so yeah. Okay, that's all. Bye.